Warning: the following video contains strong language which may be offensive to some viewers and/or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Welcome to Everything Yet Nothin. Here's a hillbilly in eyeshadow who's looking fabulous and talking about anything yet something. Get ready to chew on a blade of sweet grass and talk about a variety of LGBTQ topics to the lifestyle of a gay hillbilly. Watch out, folks. These hills don't just got eyes. They got themselves a vodcast. Now, here's T-Roy.
Hey, welcome. I'm so excited tonight. It's going to be such a fabulous show. We went and interviewed Damian Costello yesterday, and it was phenomenal. It was just, oh my God, he's the most greatest guy ever. So we're going to bring him out. He is an actor, director, writer, and a musician. And he is totally awesome with everything that he does. And he's in the back room hiding underneath his desk.
What are you doing?
I have no idea.
Oh.
And here is...
Oh, there I am.
Hello. Hey.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. That was a great intro. I'm pumped and excited, man. This is awesome.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. I'm glad. I am too, man. I've been looking forward to this because you're like, I don't know. To me, you're royalty.
What? No, come on, man.
Like,
you guys are royalty. What are you talking about?
Oh, dude, man. Yesterday, I was on the way to interview you and everything. I was like so nervous, and you asked him. I was like, oh my god, what if I fuck it up or some shit? And so yeah, it's really a pleasure, and it's awesome having you on my show.
Oh, thank you. Well, it makes you feel better. I mean, I always get nervous too before you guys came over. I'm like, oh, I don't want to say something stupid, or what if I say something offensive? Oh my god, I don't want to, Yeah. No, what's cool already about this is as soon as I saw the intro, that's like, there may be some bad content. I'm like, fuck yes, I can say whatever I want. I never, dude, because I know I'm like parental advisory. This is the greatest thing, because a lot of the shows that I'll go on, I love them. I love them to death, but they're like, these borderline, family friendly, or they're like super Christian shows. I'm like, so what have you done to love Jesus today? And I'm like, oh, well, it's lots of stuff. And now I'm on a show where I could be like, fuck you all. No, that's terrible. That's terrible. You guys should tell your people about how the show almost got canceled and you guys came to the rescue. That was pretty awesome. That was epic.
Yeah, we had a lost puppy, and so we helped him out and went and found his lost dog.
Well, I wouldn't say that we helped him out as much as that he was freaking out.
We were going to go there.
We totally understand. The dogs are family.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
100%.
They're our kids. Yeah. Ours are the only kids we have. So we totally get that. And when you were like, hey man, I gotta take care of I gotta get my dog, we were like, all right. T-Roy was like, all right, let's stop dashing and let's go over there.
We're gonna go right now.
Do you want me to help you find it?
That's awesome. Dude, I mean, as soon as you guys pulled up, like I said, she bolted through the back door and I was so happy but it was really nice to have you guys show up, and that's super cool. And now we're on the show together. It's really cool. It's cool how stuff like that happens. So
it is.
I mean, we're all friendly here in the Midwest. It's nice. Other places like New York, they'd be like, man, fuck your dog. We don't give. You better be here in the studio. Time is money, bitch. Like,
we got a show to do, and I don't know.
Yeah, we have a show. We don't care about your feelings, bitch. All right, I'll be there in a minute. Fuck my dog, I guess.
Right.
So, no, but yeah, thanks for having me. This is cool. I'm super chilled out and relaxed, and my air conditioner's not working though. But other than that, it's fine. It rained. I don't know. Something happens when it rains. It doesn't work. I don't know anything about AC. So you know anything about?
I don't know. It was kicked on good yesterday though.
Doesn't help me. It was great. Now it's like, yeah, so you remember. Oh, wait, there it goes. Oh, thank you. See, you just had to say something about it. Okay, we're good now. We're good. I'm
See, we
enjoying.
go to this, right?
Let me get my sage and just hold on. I feel
Right.
fancy. Okay, now
Sage is awesome.
Yeah, it's funny that you did that. Troy was like, T-Roy was like, I want to get one of them big old long cigarettes. One of them plastic movie star kind of.
like Corella DeVille.
Yes. That was
Anyway.
exactly who he said. He was like, you know what Corella DeVille had?
Nice. That's epic. That's
It's like that one woman that beat her kid with a wire hanger. It's like Joan Crawford.
I was gonna have
I should do her.
That's how you want to associate yourself. Just that one woman that beat her kid that one time.
Yes.
All right.
When I grow up.
That's you gotta aspire to be something, and that's I respect that. The show's not good enough, damn it. I want to beat kids with a wire hanger and smoke a thin cigarette.
Nope.
Missouri.
No viewers.
Did you all know in Arkansas on the first Sunday of every month you can take your spouse and beat them on the court steps legally?
What?
No.
That is a written thing. Like I've threatened Christy several times. I'm like, bitch, you wait till the first of the month. I'm gonna take you and whoop your ass. And she's like, I'm gonna get you the next month then. You know, like, but it's a serious thing. No, I'm kidding, by the way. You met her. She's terrifying. I'm sure. Just in the first 2 seconds, like, dude, she's little. She'll like
her whooping your ass.
Oh, dude. I'm joking when I couldn't even if I tried to whoop her ass, dude, she would beat me to a bloody pulp. Like she's a car mechanic. Like she does all this like just dude stuff. She carries bigger guns than I do. Like she's crazy. She will cut somebody. But you know, where was I don't even know where I was going with that. But oh yeah, that's right. It's a law that you can take your spouse to the courthouse the first Sunday of every month. I would look at it, and I thought it was one of those old laws they scratched, but I mean it's still on their books. So technically,
oh wow,
like that's who are those people?
T-Roy.
We're going to
Go. Hey, the first is coming up. You know, oh that's April Fool's too. So be careful.
Oh, right.
April Fool's, bitch. We're not going on vacation. Dang, I thought we were going to Eureka Springs. No, bitch.
Exactly. We like to go to Eureka Springs all the time.
Yeah.
So that's what I was going to say. I could just imagine him be like, all right, let's go to Eureka and then take some aggression out.
Yeah.
Hey, you passed right by the yeah.
Go ahead. I'll let you. That's how much I love you. But it's
You got to film that though.
Done.
That's fantastic. So yeah, that's interesting. We live in an interesting place, I guess. You know, we're all worried about canceling things, but we keep forgetting about the laws that we still have in place. You know, like you can have sex with a chicken in Arkansas, but only on like certain days. You can't fuck your neighbor's goat though, or something like that. It's weird. It's all sorts of stuff. But a chicken, you can. I know that you can do whatever with a chicken.
You know, there's one here in Missouri, something about you can't take a bath with your socks on or something like that.
What?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
one of
first-
the old laws that just are still
Okay.
around.
Who takes a bath with their socks on anyway, for one? And what happened to where it had to become illegal?
Exactly.
It's like, what?
Thing. I was like, someone gets some major like foot fungus or something. I'm going to wash my socks instead of my feet. You know,
Or maybe like in my mind, his sock, their socket came off, went into the drain, overflowed the tub, and murdered everyone below the floor.
Dude, I like that one a lot better.
Everyone just drowned. And that's why, because what happened, it was like a whorehouse, and he fell asleep with the whore, you know, and then everything flooded because of his sock. Then everyone, like, they had Sunday school going on next door, and it killed everybody. So, I mean, that's why. Now we know.
See, and this is why you're the writer and the director, because like I didn't even think about that. You like already got a story with it.
Well, I have a very dark mind too. It always goes to horrible places. I'm sorry about that for if I ruined anything. I always go there though. Everything I'm like, yeah, and this, you know, kids probably died. You know? Sorry. You laughed. You both laughed at kids dying, so that's on you now.
Hey, I love dead baby jokes. Right now.
Okay, all right. I got one for you. You might have heard it, maybe not. What's the difference between a dead baby and a bucket of water?
What's that?
you can't fuck a bucket of water. Look at T-Roy. He's like,
he was like,
why is he on the show? I made a mistake. Canceled. And just like that, my career.
We have the parental advisory, and like
Hey.
as soon as it in the introduction, even it's like, hey, if you're not 18, don't watch it.
If you are 18 and know me, don't watch this anymore. No, I'm just kidding. I really hope I invited quite a few people to watch this, and I'm trying to look on the list over here. I hope that some of them that don't know the real me, I do hope that they get to see this, because I'm used to them seeing my characters or my very professional interactions. But it's nice to relax and just to not really worry about what people think. If someone gets offended, change the channel. But if they get offended, they're probably watching the wrong damn thing anyway.
Totally.
Go watch, I don't know, what's some bullshit channel here? Go watch the gospel channel or whatever. I don't know. That shit offends me. It's offensive as hell. To me, it's boring.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it shouldn't play that kind of. What kind of music is that? No, I'm just kidding. Kind of. I don't want to insult my people. No, my fellow churchgoers. Pastor Dan, if you're watching, I'll see you Sunday. I'll be there. Don't worry.
I will say, you still got to go play for them.
Yes, they're wonderful though. If they see this though, they'll just let me know I'm going to extra hell.
Right.
They're always trying to save me. They want to dip me in water every Sunday, but they'll get me one day. Every time they're like, well, we're gonna get you one of these days, buddy. I'm like, yep. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. Come to my house. I'll dip you in a bucket of beer. Let's do this.
There you go. That's the good.
Be healed. So what's going on new? It's been forever since I've seen you. It's been like 15 minutes.
I know, right?
I know.
What's changed?
Well, we got some Tracy Branham and some Cal and a little bit Unright. How you guys doing? They all said hey.
Hi.
Tracy says, literally socked it to him. Oh my gosh, Tracy. And then a little bit says, hey, T-Roy, Kevin. Hey, Damian. And Cal says, hey, sweetie.
How's everyone doing?
Thank you for joining us, guys.
Yes,
like and
thank
share.
you.
Let everyone else know what we're up to.
Get it out there.
Wait, I can see the comments now. There they are. Sweet. Okay, I was like, where are y'all seeing this at? So I got the comments up. So right on.
We didn't tell you that, did we?
Yeah, we forgot. We usually tell you
it's okay.
You're at this side of the comments. And
And yes, thank you, Tracy. I did find my fur baby. I'm so happy. She's laying over here. She's exhausted from her adventure, man.
She's adorable too.
so you said you started chasing the rabbit, right?
Yeah, well, I let her outside, and there was a rabbit. We have this, it's not an invisible fence. It's a net fencing. It's like a deer fence. And so the rabbit kept getting stuck in it, and Bella was chasing it around, and she doesn't want to hurt it. She just wants to play. Like, I've watched her. She's caught a rabbit before very gently and licked the rabbit and then let it go. And she just wanted to chase it. So, I mean, she's a sweetheart. But today she chased it, and I have this new fence that I'm building and had a big hole in it, so she chased it through that. I originally wasn't worried because she's done that before and she'll come right back. But then all of a sudden she was gone. It was raining. It's dark. I'm going, uh-oh. And then 30 minutes passed by, and I'm like, oh, guys. And that's right when I messaged you. I'm like, hey, I'm hoping she jumps in the car so I can head on and be on the show, but I'm finding my dog. Like, I got to find her.
Yeah, totally. Totally.
On the way to your house, T-Roy saw this guy walking on the side of the road. He was like, oh, there it is. There's the dog. Then he started laughing. I'm like, are you all right over there? He's like, I thought that was the dog, but it's a person.
What? Man, whoa.
I know, right?
What does this dude look like? I gotta see that motherfucker because that's his dog.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, black. I get it. He was wearing black, but once we got up close, he was totally a person.
Well, that ain't the dog, is it?
That's when the medication's kicking in just strong enough.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I've been there. It was weird though. It was so quiet. I normally, when my dog runs off, she's in the back field, and I can hear her and hear her collar jingling, and I'm like, oh, okay. But it was just silence, and an hour and a half, man. And that was so brutal. You know, I couldn't imagine if we were here right now. I mean, I couldn't imagine going a day and not finding her. You know, I couldn't do that.
Oh no.
No.
I was already going through things like, all right, well, I guess we'll just have to sit and talk about what our week's been like. You know, find a chance.
No, and I would have felt bad too because, like, you know, I'm going, no, I've got this, and I'm like, Bella, I've got a show. Where are you? You know, and so yes, we're all talking about you, asshat. I love you.
And he was like, we're gonna go help find it. If we have to do the show from the car, then we'll do the show from the car. We'll just
thank you.
We'll just, I mean, could you imagine? I could just see it. All right, guys. Welcome to T-Roy. Everything yet nothing. So today we're looking for a dog.
Yeah.
And our guest is Damian Costello. What's up, Damian?
Oh yeah, it's me. And I'd be over here going, oh, we're looking for my dog. I don't know.
Right.
Like, I was panicking, dude. At one point, so I called her chip. You know, I called to report her missing. So if someone finds her, whatever. And I went into the closet. I grabbed my shotgun. I started loading up because I'm like, if a motherfucker took my dog, like I did, I put the gun in the car. I was ready. I had my flashlight on the gun, and luckily she came home because my next step was I was going to go find the motherfucker that took my dog.
Yeah.
Right.
Totally.
Well, we had a guy that stole dogs a block away. Luckily, he got caught. But I mean, there was a whole group of people that were stealing dogs, and they were reselling them, and you know, and those kind of people.
She is what she is. I'm not gonna lie. You know that area down there. I'm not gonna say where it is, but by the roundabout.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I was kind of looking down there and I was like, I wonder if they took the dog.
Right.
I know. Like, there's a few people. I'm like, when I was walking, I see people walking. I'm like, yo, you see a dog? You know, like, the fuck?
Right.
Who are you? Where are you from? Where you live? Where you stay at? No. I was turning to Denzel Washington for some reason. I'm like, where you stay at, fool? Just getting all, I don't know, just, you know. I imagine myself like Liam Neeson from the movie Taken. You know, that's how I was my kid. Like, no, if someone took my kids, I mean, holy shit, I would I just rampage it.
Man.
Oh my gosh! And when we pulled in, like I stayed in the car, so I heard the whole family like just, oh my gosh, she's here! You know,
oh, you did good. That's they were.
Like, oh, they sound so happy. I told my friend, I was like, that'd be exactly how we sounded.
Yeah.
When we first moved into our first apartment, it was an old apartment back in Crane. Used to be a train town. That's how it was founded. And these apartments were hotels back in the day. And they converted the garages into bedrooms and made them one-bedroom apartments as opposed to hotel rooms. Well, like I said, years and years ago, like hundreds of years old, this is an old apartment. Well, underneath the sink is under the drawer. It went just to the ground. Mm-hmm. And we had our cat, and he was relatively new, and he's 13 now, so he was, I don't know, 1 or whatever, and he would get in under the sink, and we would call his mom and his sister and our friends and be like, we can't find Shade.
Shade's gone, man.
Help us find Shade. And we'd have like 4 or 5 people out looking around. Tracy, you went on some Shade hunts now that I remember. But yeah, and then he'd always be under that freaking counter that's just ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's all man. So
after the time we looked there first.
Man, but that's stressful though. Just I mean, I know the feeling. When she was a puppy, she would be under the bed, and I'm like, oh my god, where's the dog? You know what I mean? Like, it's so stupid. They're dogs. They're smart. She knows that we love her. She knows where her food's at. You know, she was just off on an adventure. She wanted to chase the damn rabbit, and she did.
Right?
Yeah.
She literally was chasing rabbits.
Yeah.
You know how many times I've used that phrase in meetings? All right, quit chasing rabbits. Let's get back to the topic.
let's get back. No, man.
Now I know where that phrase comes from.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they aren't. Oh, let me mute this. Wow, I've got lots of alerts, though. That's good coming in. But let me mute it because stop texting me. Okay, sweet.
Hi, Ted Benson.
For what?
I said hi, Ted Benson.
Hi, Ted.
He's the executive of WLFE-DB Radio Network.
Nice. Well, welcome. It's good to see all these comments too. That's really nice. It's this whole town needs a revamp. You guys, like, you could take over Branson too with this stuff. You know, I mean, we'll get there. This is such a good little town that we're in. We gotta spread the love and spread the arts around here. You know,
really exactly. So speaking of the arts, you're trying to get an art district going, right?
We are several people. You know, we'll get there. It's one of those things you don't want to rush into it because you don't want the wrong people. And when I say the wrong people, I mean people that aren't artists, people that think they can make a quick buck and they somehow mosey their way in there. So, you know, we're keeping quiet about some of that stuff. But there's an art district that's being worked on, some studio stuff. I mean, but aside from that, you know, we're working on revamping a lot of things. We have a coffee shop that's opening up, the ground up coffee shop. And, you know, and we're going to actually, so anyone that's watching this too, if you want to feature your art, or you guys, if you have any art you want to feature, we don't charge people. You can hang it up as long as you want. If you want to sell your art, that's fine. You just let us know the price, and we take 10% if it sells. So we don't charge people. You know, the only time we would take money is if it actually sells. And then and then 10%, like that's nothing, you know, so if you sell it for $200, we're going to take $20. But if you don't sell it, we're not going to take any money. We're never going to charge people up front. So that's one thing we're working on from the coffee shop. Are you guys familiar with the old Hollister stairs? You know, those old stairs that go up? Okay. So if someone beats me to it, great. Then that's less work for me. But I'm trying to talk to the city right now about getting a grant because I want to get rid of the drugs that are going through there. Cause I'm finding needles there. Me and the dog walk there all the time. My kids walk there. So I'm always cleaning up glass and needles and stuff. So I want to put some game cams through there. I want to garden it on both sides, and I want to paint the stairs. I want to get an artist to come in and do like stair mural all the way down those stairs.
That would be awesome.
So I'm trying, right? Yeah.
Did you see the
like that rainbow mural that's down those stairs?
Yeah, exactly. Just like that. Or kind of, you know how this building is. Anything, just whatever the artist wants to do. Or if you notice the wall, that's butterflies that we have painted here. You know, we could get just anything that's nice and that makes people feel comfortable walking through there. And I want to have lights installed all the way down, you know, so that way there's no more criminal activity that goes on. And it's a beautiful historic place. So I'm trying. It'd be about $5,000 to do everything I want to do. So I'm trying to get that from the city of Hollister, and they really liked what I said so far. So I'm waiting for a meeting in April. And I'll go present that. So maybe I can just adopt those stairs, and you know we'll get people.
You know,
to come
we
out.
know the mayor. Just saying.
Yeah, David Tate. Well, he's I passed an email towards him. Are you guys good with David? Mm-hmm. You said you know, sweet man. Yeah, he's really good. That's why he's been the mayor forever. So we'll get there. I'll get an approval on it. I mean, $5,000. Come on, the city's got $5,000 to.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, that's a lot less than the labor it would cost them to do all the construction, everything I want to do. So, yeah,
and you get some artists that wants exposure, then you can go there and be like, hey, this is who did this.
Yeah.
Well, maybe a bunch of artists can paint their own stair. You know, every artist comes and like every person has their own stair. You guys come out, paint a stair. I'll paint a stair.
That'd be
that would be really cool. We'll supply the paint, and the deal would be doesn't matter what the art is, just nothing vulgar as far as like. I don't know, don't put like fuck you or something on there. But I mean, as much as I don't want to restrict art, you know, the city would be like, come on, dude, we gave you $5,000 and you drew a big fuck you. Like, what do you?
Right, exactly.
I didn't do it. T-Roy did.
every 5 letters or every 5 stairs is just a letter.
Yeah.
Just fuck you. Oh man.
I'm standing on the U.
Yes, and when you move here, we will take over, and you may as well just move WLFEB here or WLFE here when you move here because I mean, you are
we got plenty of cool locations here. Lots of, I mean, it's a town that's hungry for the next generation, you know, and especially with some content that they're bringing in. You know, I know that. Branson, what we kind of talked about yesterday, it hasn't always been the most LGBTQ friendly by any means, but it's not the people that really live here. It's the older, we'll say the older generation. They're the same ones that they're like, hey, if you ain't white, you ain't right. You know, those motherfuckers. You know what I'm talking about. They're almost gone. So
we're gonna change that shit for sure.
And I think we just have to be accepting of all sorts of cultures. Now, I also in the same breath, I don't agree with how the government's trying to come in and reprogram it. Dude, just leave people alone. Let people be people, man. Let us love each other. Let us be people.
Yeah.
Like, we don't need your help. We don't need you. Like, just let us do our shit.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
If you don't like it, then stay the fuck home and don't watch it. Don't listen to it.
That's right.
Or I don't know, go move to fucking Venezuela or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Go somewhere.
You like it there. Why don't you move to Mexico? There you go. Go move there. Go flood their borders since you hate whatever. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But this is such a beautiful town, and we've got to get away from just, it can't just be the same shows and it's God and country, and that's great. Keep the veteran stuff, keep the God and country, but make room.
We need some more stuff. We need some pep.
Yes.
I remember years ago whenever, I was growing up, because I was born and raised around here, and I remember it being like booming, Las Vegas booming.
Wow.
Cars everywhere, and business out the ass. Like, there was no place that was not packed whatsoever. Wow. It would take 4-5 hours just to get here to Crane, and that's like a 35-minute drive.
Dang.
Yeah, that's how far the line went. And
what happened?
I don't know. I really don't. I think they just stopped coming. I think they got tired of seeing the same shit.
Well, we still, there's a few shows we need to keep forever here.
Yes.
Like Clay Cooper, let's, keep him. Right. We got Peter Sarah. There's a few shows, but we need to make those theaters. We need comedians. We need people that are from other parts of the country coming in. We need that circulation.
Okay.
Exactly.
We have empty buildings all over the place. That would be freaking awesome to just reopen. And, we need the business. The business is left. All the performers that were here went to Vegas or somewhere else, and just it's really empty, and we need to put some people back in it, no matter what it is.
I will tell you, and I'll tell some of your followers here too. I can't really say much about it, but I've talked some to my business partner even recently, and we have been discussing he's the money guy and the brains, and then I do the art and the business side of things. So we work in tandem pretty well. We've been talking about trying to snag up some of those empty spots. We want to get one to turn it into a non-alcoholic club, club that we're not against that, but the reason we want to do that, it's a club that'll have different nights, whatever, every night. There's no alcohol, but we want it to be an oxygen bar. But if you want to, you can get, drink before you come in or drink when you leave. But the reason you're there, we want you to just enjoy CBD, wellness, oxygen, just everything's natural stuff. You can get coffee or whatever. So we're talking about some stuff like that, but I want to try to get like Ernie Biggs. Why did that go away? The dueling piano bar.
Oh my God! I forgot it was even here.
Well, yeah, because it marketed and went downhill, and they stopped. They didn't market it the way that it needed to be marketed. But a place like that is very profitable if you do it the right way. It's just the problem here is everyone gets the same idea, and they say, "Well, let's go get half-price tickets, and then let's involve timeshare into our business." And then the next thing you know, guess what? They get bought out and they get thrown away because they got involved in the dark side of timeshare and resorts. And fuck that. If you want, hey, look, anyone coming to Branson, if you want tickets to go see shows, here's what you do. You go into the show and you buy the fucking ticket.
Exactly.
You go to the box office. Stop looking for because the half price deal, by the time you go and get your half price deal, you're paying all these taxes, and then you've signed up for this shit, and then they're selling your email here. And then you're hurting the economy, and people don't realize that. A lot of people would rather pay $26 instead of $30 at the box office, when that $30 literally eliminates all this other tax and issue,
And then you don't have to go see a timeshare.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to one of the, I don't know what they're called, but you got to go to the timeshares to buy a package or whatever, or you have to spend 2 hours here to look at this and that.
Yeah.
My sister got into one. She got a cheap vacation. Yeah. And back when we first got together about 13, 14 years ago, that's not when we first got together, but still about 13, 14 years ago, I tried to sell timeshares or tried to sell vacation packages like that where you had to come see timeshares. And I was like, I got fired from that job. I didn't sell anything. I worked there for 3 weeks. They're not even there anymore. It was up there by the Welk. But
yeah, those places come and go just so much.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey Dominic. Hey Tom. How y'all doing?
Hey, brothers.
So Ted said put in a drag bar. So Ted, I'm gonna put some names on blast. They're not really names that are here anymore, but one of them is, it is our favorite bar. But Bucket List used to do Friends of Dorothy on Wednesday nights. Friends of Dorothy, a gay thing because the one, I don't remember her name. You probably know it, Damian. The one that played Dorothy on Wizard of Oz.
Oh, Judy Garland.
Yeah,
Yes.
Judy Garland. She was a big advocate for gay people back in the time.
Yeah.
And so that's why it's Friends of Dorothy. But anyway, so Bucket List used to do Friends of Dorothy on Wednesday, and we would do drag shows, Ted, back in the day. They would have them like every third Wednesday of the month.
Third, yep.
Well, Bucket List sold out, and it is now
Sips.
another place. Yeah, Sips. And those people don't want to do that.
And guess what? I went there to go play pool last week. There's never anyone in there on a Saturday night. It's empty.
Never.
There's one guy there running the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
he is so awesome. I mean, Logan, you're amazing.
Yeah,
And
Logan, he's awesome.
People go down to Sips. Go see Logan because he's worth it. Like
Logan's not in charge of their content, unfortunately, though. If he was, I think it would be a lot better. If they would just let him run the thing, because he ran all the other stuff,
I mean, Lacey, she moved to St. Louis now, so she's not there anymore. Yeah. She was trying, but
Tara May, y'all remember, Tara May? Where did she go off to?
She was working at Choices, and now she is doing, I believe, down at the square by Red Garter.
That's Fall Creek, not the square.
Fall Creek.
But yeah, she's I don't know. She's friends with T-Roy on Facebook. She's gonna come on here sometime. She's been saying
I worked with her. I used to play Jack Sparrow. I mean, dude, I had the full Hollywood Jack Sparrow thing, and you can still find. Well, my old profile got banned on Facebook, of course. The one I had, I think I told you guys, 30,000 followers. Dude, I worked so hard to build that. So all my pictures are deleted. I can't recover any of that. But yeah, I did the full Jack Sparrow, and I used to go on the landing and everything. And I that's where I met Tara May, because she had all the mermaids. And Jack doesn't get along with mermaids. He's terrified of them. So we had those weird interactions. So I had to stay in character. I'm like, fucking mermaids. But
that's awesome.
That is awesome.
Oh my god,
I loved her. She's great. What did I do?
So Ted was like, there's something that T-Roy says all the time on every show. I can't remember what it is. I wasn't going to call it out on that show because it was a WLFE-DB radio network thing. And I was at work, so I wasn't going to put it in the messages. But it's awesome. He says that's awesome all the time. So he's trying to work on that, Ted.
It's awesome.
But also, Ted.
What's wrong with that's awesome?
Yeah.
At Celebrity Lounge, Mike is trying to get it to where we can have a gay night.
Yes.
But he's down at Point Royale, and so he's got to talk to the investors, and he's got to talk to these people, and it is Point Royale. So in order for him to have a gay night, he's got to run through some hoops. It's not just, hey, I own this restaurant or bar, and I'm just going to do it. He has to okay it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we are trying to build our own little drag area here, Ted. We also obviously don't have any drag queens we got a couple friends that do drag, but it is what it is. The ones in Springfield, we don't go to Springfield very often, and the one that we thought that we could talk to was like, no, I'm too busy. So
yeah.
No, I mean that's something here. I've noticed that it's a lot harder to get stuff like that, and people always have to jump through hoops, and I don't understand that. Any of your viewers here watching now, if they don't know by now, I mean, I'm a straight dude. I'm married. Look, these guys are missing out on money, by not having gay night. Are you fucking kidding me? That's so much money.
Right? Can we talk about your involvement in We're Here?
Yeah. Well, I guess so. I mean, I didn't really do that much. But yeah, I signed their little contract, but I just did the liaison work. So yeah, we can talk about that.
So We're Here on HBO. They did a little special in Branson. It's, if you are not familiar with We're Here, people, it's some drag queens, Bob the Drag Queen, Eureka, and Shangela. And they're from RuPaul's Drag Race. Well, they go around to these little towns and pick these gay kid people out, and they give them exposure. And they did a little drag show here in Branson, and they showed some of the anti-LGBTQ side of Branson, to the point where, you know, they were just in drag looking for a venue to do their show. And this old lady's all like, no, you can't be here, and just handed a phone, and they were told to get off the premises, the cops to be called. T-Roy, actually, with T-Roy TV, had one of those experiences. He went in with his makeup and everything. He was like, hey, I'm with T-Roy TV. Can I just, do a little thing here or whatnot? And they're like, no.
Wow.
I'd have to just find out from my manager. And they were just very rude about it.
Really rude.
And so, I mean, there is a lot of stigma against LGBTQ here, and We're Here really showed it. And like you said, you really is against that. I mean, with that. So, I mean, you put their people with our people to get that started, right? Or to get that going.
Well, no, I'm a liaison here. So usually what happens, people from LA, from New York, if people are coming here looking for something, luckily I've kind of been given this thing as I'm the guy to talk to and try to get things going. But they had gotten in touch with Larry Milton, who, by the way, vote for him for mayor, anyone that's here in Branson, because Larry was the only one. He owns the paddle wheel, and he's the one that said, you all can shoot here. And I mean, HBO set up, and all I did, behind the scenes stuff, getting contracts, everything. And I mean, it's so fast paced. I mean, that's what I used to do. PA work, you're running, you're on walkie talkies, going back and forth. It doesn't matter what content you're shooting. Your job is you get it done, but these guys, I mean, they had a rough time finding a place that would let them shoot there. But, luckily Larry, he had the paddle wheel, and everyone that knows Larry knows what a friendly person he is. Never, people assume, because he is a Christian conservative white man. So people assume, he hates gays and he probably hates black, no, this guy is the total opposite. I mean, Larry, so
he's always been accepting of us. Like, Paddle Wheel was our bar for many years. The only reason that it's not our bar right now is because they don't do karaoke late enough for us.
Right?
Yeah. And then
every Thursday night, now we have the show, so we don't get to go until after 10:30.
Yeah, and that'll come back to the late night karaoke again, I'm sure. But and they did a great job with the show. It's very tasteful. People, what they missed out on is they don't realize they could have shown their town in a much better light. But what they did is, you're going to have 1% of the people that heard about that go, well, I'm glad that they didn't let them shoot in that restaurant. But the majority of people are going to go, well, that's stupid. Fuck Branson then. I mean, they lost. They definitely lost some people. I mean, when you're a business owner, it is about the money. I mean, you want to make people happy too, and you want to be a good person, but it's about the money. I mean, money's money. If you want to make it, make it. But, make people feel comfortable, feel safe, feel welcome. Why would you not want to welcome somebody to your town?
Right. I mean, especially if you want their money. I mean, come on. That's smart thing is just treat them with respect,
Yeah. Look, anyone that wants to know, our coffee shop hopefully will be open in 2 weeks. We're definitely friendly to care who you are, what your title is. It doesn't matter. If you're an asshole, that's the only thing that matters. If you're an asshole, we'll treat you like an asshole. If you're like, oh, fuck you. This is blah, blah, blah. No, fuck you. Get out. You come in and say hi. We're going to say hi. We're going to serve you. We all bleed the same. Well, except me. I bleed dark acid. But, that's just me. That's because my soul. But, other than that, man, I mean, come on by and say hi. We'll love on you. We treat you with respect. I can't.
You'll be welcomed 100%.
Anyone will. So it's, I can't, I've tried to make myself think, what's one group of people that I just don't like? I mean, you can't do that, because it's not a group. It's not a race that's bad. It's the person that's bad. My brother got shot in Afghanistan. by a guy that was from Pakistan. Well, I don't hate people from Pakistan. Pakistan didn't shoot my brother. It happened to be a guy that was a piece of shit that did that. I know a lot of Pakistanis that are wonderful people that own businesses, even right here in Branson, you know, and they left Pakistan because it was violent. So, you know, people can't go, oh, well, you know, they're a white Christian, so they hate gay people. As we talked about that, it's not fair to do that way either. But, you know, you just treat people the same. It's so easy to do. It really is, but no one does it. They make it so hard to do.
Yeah, I know, right?
We like, fuck you guys.
We told you the story of his Bubba Biggin and how we first met him, and here he comes, this big old. We were at the paddle wheel, and this big old hillbilly comes up with his cute little wife, and we're like, "Oh, great! What's going to go happen here?" Of course, we just saw him and we automatically assumed worse. And he comes and sits right beside us. And then as soon as he opened his mouth, and then, well, the rest is history. I mean, he's T-Roy's Bubba Biggin. So, but yes, Ted, the only way to educate, or the only way to fix the issues is to educate. That's what we try to use this show for, is to use as a platform to educate. Acceptance starts with education. Ignorance is the reason for hatred, we believe.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I was raised thinking that the N-word was what we called those people, and that is not right.
Right.
I do not hate anybody because of something that they cannot change, because, I mean, like with the word preference, it's my orientation is not a preference. If I mean, yeah, I guess I do prefer guys. Right. But in reality, if I could change it, I would. It is easier to be a straight white guy in America than it is to be a gay guy, period.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine that. You know, you're not the first person I've heard say that. You know, my buddy Roger's your dad. Hopefully he's watching. He's older, so sometimes he might get tripped up by this internet stuff. I'm just kidding, bud. If you're watching this, I'm sorry. but you know, I mean, he said that. He's like, man, you know, without revealing his stuff, he said he wished more than anything that he could just be a straight man, and but that's not who he is, and it would be horrible for him to force himself. And the people, you know, shame on the people that tried to force him to be what he's not, because I mean that's the same thing. Okay, I'm not gay, so if someone kept trying to say no, well, you should, like, no, it doesn't work that way. It's we're born the way that we are, you know. Yeah, I'm a straight white man, and it's not my preference. That's just how I'm wired. And you shouldn't be treated for being different than me. No one should be treated for being different. You know, like I said, if you're an asshole and you're out like raping and killing people, well, that's when we treat you differently. That's when, you know, fuck you. Or you come up and you know, if someone comes up and drops the F-bomb on you, you know, I'm going to jack their jaw, man. And I'm not one of those people, but that's one of those times where I'll say, well, I'm going to show you, you know, here, you're not going to talk for a while, you know?
Hey,
and it's just
one of my favorite phrases when I was younger, because I've come from a town of population 500. I was called F-bomb like twice, and both times I was like, I'll show you what a faggot can do. I'll put you outside right now. I mean, I was always a fighter anyway. So then when I came out, people didn't really, you know, like I said, twice that happened. But I was like, come on, let's fight. I'll do it. I'll show you. And then we told you about the
oh Lord, I know.
Stacey, you probably remember this. You were there. She was actually the one that took us out of the bar because she was the one driving. But the bar fight that we told you about last night, like I'll take it and I'll take it and I'll take it and I'll try to ignore it, because it is, I was taught you're the bigger person. But when you piss me off, I'll show you what this faggot can do.
Man, I'd be honored to get in a bar fight, like, you know, be on not with you guys, but like with you guys, and you know, I don't want to fight you. But yeah, I'd be honored to, like, you know, because it's you know, I'm not a fighter, not anymore. I'm getting older. Like I can't do that shit. You know, I got like kids. I got to be responsible. I can't be coming home with the black eye. Oh, Dad, what happened? Oh, it's fucking, don't worry about it. You know. Right. So, but I think I'm like, man, just a good old fashioned ass whooping. I haven't been in one of those in such a long time.
Right.
So, yeah. But I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll shoot like a short film or something. We will reenact that sometime. I'm telling you, because I started having that whole scenario in my head when you guys told me that story, and I just have this amped up version of that in my head, just this total hardcore bar fight. And hell, we could probably do it at the paddle wheel. I'm sure Larry would love that. He doesn't mind when I use his shit. We got plenty of places.
Yeah, there's like we could do it in any of the rooms. We could do it. There's buildings to do it in.
and I have this shot I've been wanting to do. It's this reverse upside down and back. It's kind of a John Wick shot where I want someone to pick someone up and slam them and punch them, but I want the camera to follow with it.
Right.
So I kind of use. I don't have anything to show you with it now. I used a shot like that in the movie I'm working on, Pray They Stand Down, and I was really happy with it. So I wish I could show everybody, but it's I'm not at that point to show it yet, to show any more previews than what I've got. So, but we'll get there because that would be a lot of fun to do. And then have you guys play yourselves and then have a bunch of people out as extras, and that would be fun.
Oh, heck totally.
That would be great.
That would be awesome.
We'll make it all Hollywood, and it'll look super pro. That'd be
badass. We'll
get there.
Well, it is time to do a little commercial, so we're gonna have to take a minute and listen to this. So we'll be right back.
2021 just got better. Your favorite shows from WLFE DB Radio can now be found on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Yes, we now video stream to both of those platforms. Search for your favorite shows like Where's My Sage, Inside the Drag Closet, Across the Pond, Everythin Yet Nothin, Paratalk Radio, Step into the Paranormal, The Creepy Parlor, Just Cindy, and more. Now you won't miss an episode. Remember, follow Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Make sure you subscribe and follow your favorite WLFE DB radio shows. This award-winning thriller has it all. Murder, political intrigue, mob revenge, and a bit of romance. Not to mention strong female and male characters with a storyline that could be tomorrow's headline news. Now for a quick peek into our story. To help solving a nationwide plot involving the assassination of several U.S. senators, the O'Rourke team is called in. To complicate matters, they now have to work against the clock to rescue one of their own. You see, the mob didn't take too kindly to the O'Rourke team's involvement last spring. It seems to have led to the indictment of their boss. Will they succeed? You're listening to WLFE DB Radio. Now, back to our program.
Hey guys, welcome back. I am getting the black screen off right now. Sorry, I told
Hey everybody. Welcome back.
I got too into the commercial.
Yeah, that was good. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was jamming. I have my little drum pad here, and I was like jamming along to the music. So
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I saw you in the back. I don't know if you saw the private comments, but I was like, so you really play music? You're gonna have to play for us one time.
Yeah, for sure. No, we'll definitely get there. This is I'll have everything hooked up and ready to go. I'll learn to play this saxophone eventually.
Oh man, that'd be awesome.
Man, that's my dream thing. So that's why we got it.
Totally.
See, there you go. You learn how to play that saxophone, and I'll get back on my trombone that I used to play, and we'll just start a two-person jazz band.
Right.
Yeah, we'll make T-Roy sing. He'll just
sing.
as we're going. Yeah. See,
We'll march around Branson, and
there you go.
That's fantastic.
The only kind of band I was in was high school band, so we marched all kinds.
Yeah. Man, I don't part of me misses those days, and then I don't, because I remember just what a loser I was, when I was in the high school band going to the football games. And I mean, granted, I was in drumline, so I was a little cooler than you, but no, I'm just kidding.
I mean, it's true. I play trombone.
Yeah, no, actually, so believe it or not, the trombone people, all the tuba, trombone, they were always our buddies because we usually had the same bass lines, and we usually follow the same structure, and that's usually how it was. So, but no, we were cool with every. I was cool with as many people as I could be. So, I don't miss it though.
Your band?
I was drumline from 7th grade until 9th grade, and then that's when I left. That's when I got the fuck out of there.
Right.
That's when you got onto the cruise lines, right?
Yes. No, it is. It is. We talked some about that. I played drums on there. I am a drummer by trade. I do enjoy it a lot. That's why I play for that church now, because I don't want to play for a band anymore. People have actually tried to hire me, and I don't have an interest. I just play it just to play for fun. As much as it'd be great to make that paycheck, and people are like, well, you could make money playing drums, and yes, but it's one of those things. That's like my one, just the gift that I enjoy, and I don't want to use. That's not my money maker. I don't want that to be the money maker. And I know that might seem really stupid, but it's just, that's how it is. I mean, I love acting. Acting's a passion too, but I'd rather make money off acting, producing, directing, and just drums. It's kind of that thing that, I have it if I need it.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
So, yeah. The ships, those were fun. I mean, I don't know if we can't really talk about, some of the stuff we did on there, on the show. I mean, it's no holds barred, but it's the ship is the first time I tried every drug in the existence to man. So that's all I'll say about that. Not anymore. I'm very spiritual, and I don't use anything that's not natural. And but to be young and have money at the time, you don't have rent, you don't pay for food. It's just a fucking buffet all the time. You can get anything you want. If you need whatever you need, it's there. So all the money that you get paid is, I mean, what do you do? Well, of course, you're responsible and you save it and invest it. No, when you're 17, 18, you don't save it.
No.
What kind of asshole saves their money when they're, 18 and don't have bills? Like,
that shit.
Yeah, fuck that. So, I would do stupid shit. And I was the guy, I would go to a restaurant and grab a burger and leave $100 tip just because, I'm like, oh, here, and
right.
Would I do that now? Even if I had $1 billion right now, I mean, I might do stuff. Yeah, I mean, I would do stuff like that, but you have to watch your money. You can't leave big tips until you have a good net worth. Yeah. So, you got to, as much as you want to help people, I learned over time, you got to help yourself first, because if you just help everyone else first, then you're fucked, and then you can't help anyone else.
Yeah, right.
So what's the point?
Yeah, we've learned that lesson too, because we think, all right, well, we need to help people. We need to help people. We need to help people. It, puts the karma out into the air and all this BS.
Yeah.
And then we get fucked. And not in the good way.
Oh, that's what it is too. It's you got to put that karma out there, and the reason you get fucked though is you're letting a guard down and you're doing it at an improper time. And it's, if you haven't learned to take care of yourself, that's why you keep getting fucked. And then finally you reach a point when you realize that, as you all have by now, and you're like, oh, that's why that never worked. Because sometimes you have to let people learn the hard way, and sometimes helping someone isn't the right thing to do. Especially when they don't, you can't help someone that doesn't really want to be helped, Yeah. It doesn't work.
Since we've had this 4-bedroom place, we've had people in and out. Now we're just like, all right, no, I'm sorry. We don't need roommates. We don't, it's just us. I'm sorry that you're going through what you're going through, but
it's not your job.
We'll help you any other way, but you can't live with us.
Last year we had 13 people live with us because they needed a place to go and everything, and we're that type of people. We're gonna help somebody that's in need and shit.
Yeah,
but sometimes it's a lot. So you
got to enjoy your own space.
Yeah, you got to have your own space, and you can have your own oxygen, and
Man, when you have those other people, especially the ones that they're just there to feed off of you, you can feel it. Okay, my whole thing, it took me forever to learn this, and I learned this just last year. And it's a great saying, so maybe someone out there needs to hear it. If you hang around 5 millionaires, you will be the 6th millionaire. If you hang around 5 junkies, you will be the 6th junkie. And that applies for every single thing. It always, that's how it is. It's you are what you eat in a weird way. It's who you hang around with. So, I mean, if you're always helping those people, even though you're not like them, it doesn't mean you're going to be like them, but you're going to stay at their level and you're never going to advance. And it's a really jagged, rough pill to swallow when you realize that. But you're like, oh, it's not my fucking job to help you. And, you know, when these people, they bitch like, well, I don't have money to go to college. You know what? The library is free. Go read a book.
Right.
You know, I mean, I didn't have money for a lot of stuff. I mean, these people, stop blaming everyone else and live your life, man, and help people along the way and help yourself first. And don't be an asshole. Plain and simple.
So what movies did you act in?
Lots of independent ones. You know, nothing on the black market. So, you know, I came close. We can actually ask me about an audition after I tell you this. I've worked, Vincent's Vow, that's a local one. That's a big feature. Just won quite a few awards. So that's really cool. So I was in that, directed by Ducon Williams. I do a lot of independent stuff. The biggest set that I was recently on was the Bad Boys for Life, which is really cool. Much fun with that. I got to go on Ink Masters Angels. I was on that show down in Little Rock. Yeah, I think it was the Little Rock episode, and that was really cool to be on that. I mean, I do a lot of commercial work, but you know, Bad Boys for Life, that was it was a small role. I wasn't supposed to be in it. I was going to go check out the set, and then all of a sudden it was like, well, we'll put you in it too. And you know, I didn't have any big role, but it was cool. I mean, I'm in there for unblurred 2 seconds between the two leads, just like they promised. So. You know, and I got to meet Will Smith and talk to him, and then Bill Falah and Adil Arbi, the directors. I met them, and there's a lot of cool. Oh, so there was. I forgot to tell you guys this. So there was this guy DJ in there, right? And I kept looking. I'm like, that dude looks just like Michael Bay. I'm like, why would Michael Bay be the DJ here? Fucking turns out it was Michael Bay. I didn't find out until after I saw the movie. Yeah, Michael Bay. It was a cameo role, and you can see he's in the credits as the DJ. And I'm like, no fucking way. And you don't even see him in the movie. Like, that's what's so funny. It's Michael Bay, and it's like,
oh wow,
you know, because he was the producer and writer of all those, you know, all the other movies.
Yeah.
So I thought it was cool though, because part of me wanted to go up and talk to him and be like, hey, you look just like Michael Bay. That's good. You know, good in this business. So I should have, because it was fucking Michael Bay.
Right?
Let's see. I think Pitbull was there too. And then who's the other guy that was in there? I feel bad. I forget his name. No. He's
okay. I was like, okay, you can't forget the other star.
No. he's a singer. DJ Khaled. Yeah. So you know, he was there. And it was pretty cool. There was a lot of just, I don't know. It was a very positive set. I was in. I worked on a bar scene. I can talk about it now. It's cool. I was under a non-disclosure for like 2 years. Yeah. I was in a bar scene, and there was like a shootout that happened, and this big tower falls down, and you know, anyone that sees the movie knows what I'm talking about. Dude gets thrown off of the roof. So I mean, it's cool to be there for all that. Now, all the explosions that happened. All we saw when we were there, it's these big silver balls that hang all around the ceiling. And as filmmakers, we use those. They're called markers. And these markers are made for CGI points. So the reason that they're big silver spheres is that's where you put your graphics into, you know, and the post-editing process. And it gives you the reflection of the surface. I mean, I won't go into all of it, but it's really cool to see how they transformed all of that.
Yeah, I bet.
They actually had a tower, though, that came off of the wall and it actually broke and was lowered down. You know, and then they did like a speed ramp. They sped up the I mean, it's really cool. Seeing that come down, and I remember 100 times I had to run from it, you know, as it was falling down, and it was a lot of fun.
I bet.
But then in the movie they didn't use that same scene. They had changed it to something completely different. So it's really interesting to see when you work on something and then it doesn't make the final cut. You know,
right?
It's really cool.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Ted says, so what are your personal goals for the future?
Personal goals? Well, I really want to. I'm not going to leave Branson. I'm going to build up Branson. I've got a lot of things I can't really talk about yet, but I'm going to work on building up Branson with the art districts and, you know, some of my businesses here. I'm shooting a movie, Pray They Stand Down. You can go to praytheystanddown.com. It's about PTSD. So you can check that out if you want to. And I'm going to be shooting quite a few movies. I had a really good friend that came by today. I'll name drop him. His name's Daryl Campbell. He's actually one of the writers of Home Improvement. So yeah, he came by today. He's a very humble, very nice guy. And I've worked with him on a few things. And recently I worked with Katie Fox, who is Tim Allen's daughter. And believe it or not, all of them, we were working on a show here in Branson. I can't talk about that show, but we were shooting a pilot, a sizzle reel. Yeah. It's, so that's really cool. I can let people know that there's a lot of things coming to Branson, and it takes time. Things you don't just snap your fingers. I'm learning that the hard way. I love instant gratification. I'm like, oh my gosh, Katie Fox is here. Now we're all gonna make lots of money on the show. But no, then it's 2 years later, and you're still working on stuff, and But
we are millennials. We've grown to that instant gratification.
I know. I hate that I'm a millennial. I'm like, fuck that. I'm not a millennial, but I am. I
know, right?
So, like, for years, I was like, fucking millennials.
Yeah, and me too.
I Googled what age is the millennial, and it said, like, 1981 to
it's 81. Yeah,
I'm like, bullshit. Hey, I'm not a fucking millennial.
Yeah, but now what do we say? We're like, well, fuck Gen Z. You're a bunch of fucking pussies.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
I'm a millennial, so whatever, Gen Z.
Yeah, now we're like, yeah, millennials are cool. We're the ones that didn't fuck up. Y'all are the offended generation, you pussies.
Yeah. And you got these
Dr. Seuss. Oh no.
Saying, well, I stayed up until the street light came, or I stayed out until the street light came on. Blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, well, we did that too. And then they're like,
not like we did.
Well,
yeah, not like we did, motherfucker.
And I'm like, yeah, we did too. And then they get to the whole like, well, we learned how to do the internet. I'm like, whatever. When I was 16, we started having the PCs in our house.
Yeah, for real. And remember, you'd be on there, and then someone would pick up the phone. You'd be like, no, and kids don't understand. I try to explain to my kids, if someone picked up the phone while you were on the internet, like it kicked you off and it was the end of your day. You were done with the internet.
Yep.
And they can't understand it. I'm like, well, phone lines were the internet. And they're like, what the fuck's a phone line? I'm like, okay, right? A phone line is a thing that goes to this other thing that's on the wall. Why is the phone on the wall? Well, right. Because bitch, that's what it was. What the fuck was it?
Wrote on our.
I'm always, I know, and we had one of those, dude. When I was a kid, we had I think about that, and oh my gosh, and they have no idea the shit we went through. Batteries, even.
No idea
Hell, things don't even hardly use batteries anymore, and if they do use batteries, they're those little fucking thin, like rechargeable things that have actually, like, dude. Which I love technology. I love technology. Yeah. But it's like I miss
the studio's full of it.
Yeah. But I miss the old days sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just want to be like just chill and just not give a fuck.
Can you really imagine filming a camera? I saw your camera.
Yeah.
And could you really imagine the old ones that are huge? Because you can't even move them. And
dude. I've shot on one of those before when I went to a film school in Nashville, and we had to learn about a whole bunch of stuff. Dude, they're like 500 pounds. There's no. If you look what Orson Welles did back in the day, I mean, his camera shots were beautiful. So there's no excuse for us filmmakers today to not have nothing but perfection. Because if he did what he did with 500-pound cameras cranking film.
Yeah.
Come on, with this little bitty ass thing that I have, there's no excuse.
That's some work.
Yeah. For what he had to do, and all I got to do is I throw it on a gimbal and walk around, and that's that's not all it is. It's
totally.
It's a lot easier now than back then, and I don't miss that. I don't miss film. Digital is because digital. Hell, it's right here. Look, this is a terabyte. Like,
right.
These right here. This is the most amazing thing. I have an entire movie on this.
Wow.
So,
have you read any books?
Books? No, but my father, he wrote a children's book. I thought about writing a book, but everything I do, I write it in screenplay format because I want it to be a movie. I like to read, but I like the visual aspect more. I like the lazy way out. I want someone else to show me. Or I want to make the movie. So I mean, I'm working on something that could be a book. It's more of like a self documentary, I guess, autobiography. But I want to make it into a kind of an embellished documentary one day. I know that sounds weird. That it wouldn't be an autobiography, but I want to kind of just change a few things. Yeah. And how I wish things would have gone or something. I don't know. Something in the next year or so. I'll come out with info about it.
Awesome. So you once walked 10 miles to school barefoot in the snow?
Wait, what? Where did you get in that one? Is that from my IMDb?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's not.
Tracy Branham actually asked that. Tracy Branham.
I think she did that then, right?
Probably. She's kind of old.
Oh, talking about the when we were talking about, I was like, where are you reading that? I'm like, did someone say that I walked 10 miles barefoot? What? I mean, it sounds like something I would do probably, but no, she's talking about, the generations when we were talking things that we used to do.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Tracy, bullshit. You didn't walk 10 miles to school barefoot in the snow. I'm calling it bullshit.
Yeah, Ted, he's Gen X and he says freaking millennials. And then George says, I'm not going to say your name, George Salaki. I'm sorry. I don't want to mess it up. But he's like, I'm the last of the baby boomers. Well, you better watch out, George. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to get into modern times.
Hi, Jeremiah Kerbo. I love you, bud.
No, the baby boomers, y'all are cool.
Her mom walked 10 miles in the snow barefoot. Let me guess, Tracy, that was all uphill, too.
Both ways.
Both ways.
Both ways. Her school was uphill, and then when she went home, somehow it shifted from a polar ice cap melting, and she had to walk back home uphill. I hate when that shit happens. I hate that. So, man, we got a lot of projects, though, that we want to work on here. It's just it's so hard to stay focused because my mind just changes every day. So I have to stay focused on these. And I have folders on my computer that I'll throw in the trash because I'm like, no, this isn't working. And I'll add something, take something away. And it can be a struggle sometimes. But, this past year, it's been a huge blessing. I've learned a lot about myself. I found some missing pieces. My wife, Christy, she's a godsend. She's very supportive of me, and let me tell you, it's hard to find someone to be supportive of, especially when you're an actor. Like, she pushes me to do that stuff, other people I know, they're like, no, you have to get a real job, or, oh, that's stupid. Why would you do that? You can't make money doing that. It's, they're right. But it's, I don't care. She's very supportive, and I love what I do. I wouldn't change that. It's such a blessing. And, like I said, I really don't make any money. I don't. I try. I do my best. I do what I can. But, I work for exposure. The electric company, I called them, though. This is a true story. I called and I said, hey, I've been getting paid in exposure lately. Do you guys take that? And they're like, what? I said, exposure. I've been getting paid. Do you take it? They're like, no. So apparently, I don't take exposure anymore because my electric company won't take it. So go figure. Also, what else do I not take for payment? I don't take vouchers for fucking restaurants anymore. I don't take gift cards. I don't take IMDb credits. What else? Oh, I don't take cars that are missing the engine. I'll take a gun. I'll trade for firearms. If you need me to be in your commercial, you pay me in guns, I'll be there. So
there you go.
Pay me in guns and ammo, and I'll be there. I'll be your spokesperson for your business. So no, if people do want to hire me, though, I'm pretty busy. Honestly, that's But if you do want to hire me, please call me and I'll hook you up. It feels good to say that, though, because, dude, I remember when I first came here. When I look back on this stupid shit, like, I would shoot commercials for people with my shitty camera for $100 and act like they were doing me the favor by paying me. And I'm like, what was I thinking? That's holy crap. I was bringing down my value and value of other people in the industry, and
you have to know your value. You really, especially in this industry, you have to know your value. I've told T-Roy many times, he's like, one of these days we're going to be rich and famous, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I do not want the fame. I like you keep all the fame. It can be all about T-Roy all the time, but I want the fortune.
Well, I'll give you advice on that.
When you get blow up.
No, and this might be good for anyone listening, and new advice only because I learned this in the past year. You're already rich and famous. You just haven't signed the contract yet. So, it's one of those things. I have a Lamborghini. I just haven't picked up the keys. And I've really learned by this new mentality, like, man, manifesting stuff really does work. It's bizarre, because I never really believed in it before. And then when I actually said, no, there's something more to life than just going to church and following the good book. And you're going to go to hell if you think anything different. Once I realized that, that was bullshit. I still believe in God. I don't care what people believe in, but I personally believe in God, Jesus, and all that. But, to me, Jesus definitely wouldn't hate gay people. You know what I mean? He wouldn't be like, I love you, my son. Oh, except for you, you're gay. So fuck you. I mean, let's be honest. Jesus hung out with a bunch of dudes and drank all day. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, and what Jesus would want to hate on anybody.
Yeah, exactly. He's not. He hung out with hookers and and everything. I mean, Jesus would walk up to anyone and give him a big old hug and say, "Hey, my son, daughter, let's eat bread and drink some wine."
There was no sexuality in it. There was no feelings. There was nothing except that acceptance of that person.
Don't tell the Baptist church that. They're like, "Oh no. See, God loves everyone except for gay people and Jews." What the fuck? That's weird that you include. Okay, so what about a gay Jew? I mean, that's like that's super hell. Like they're fucked.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Could you imagine?
Like you said, the LGBTQ plus. The plus
they're fucked.
Extra hell.
That is extra hell. If you're the plus, then that's holy shit. You're going to the hell that even Satan himself is afraid of.
Right.
Yeah.
It'll be Gilbert Gottfried. That's who runs Extra Hell is Gilbert Gottfried just all day. He's like, welcome here. So now you're in Extra Hell, you fucker. Come on in.
Could you imagine Extra Hell being Gilbert Gottfried doing the walk song? Have you heard that?
Oh God, no.
Look it up.
No.
It's a real thing.
Okay. Looking it up. This is bullshit. Gottfried. Oh God! It's the first thing that comes up on Google.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I'm clicking it. I know you can't hear it, but
oh my gosh, it's hilarious.
It is.
I've had an employee. He'll come after a bad night. He'll be like, "All right, so we got to listen to this," and it's oh my gosh, guys, look up.
I'm list. This is nope. No. Fuck that. That's.
Told you.
How does he make money off of that? He's
no.
Okay, have you heard his joke? Have you ever heard him tell the joke about the aristocrats?
No, I have not.
We won't talk about it. Look, after we're done here tonight, search Gilbert Gottfried most offensive joke, the aristocrats. You might kill I don't know. Don't hurt yourself, but you might want to. So just don't have any knives around. Be in a very safe. Don't be in the bathtub. Like be in a very safe place. We're surrounded by pillows and butterflies because it's fucked up. It's terrible.
Oh wow! I'll definitely have to look that up.
We'll look it up.
I mean, I've got some pretty bad jokes, but it's not funny. The thing is, I don't think that's funny. It's just it's shock. It's full shock comedy. You're like, how am I listening to this? But you'll finish it. You will not stop listening to it, and that's the worst part. It's just like Two Girls in a Cup. You watch it and you finish watching it because you're already there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, you're already there, so fuck it. You might as well finish it, And then Four Girls finger painting. Oh, why not? I'll watch that too. Like, fine, bring that up. I want to see Four Girls finger paint. No, I didn't want to see that, but all right, let's keep watching.
I've never heard about Four Girls finger painting.
Yeah. Well,
let's look it up. I looked up Two Girls in a Cup, but by the time that I got to Two Girls in a Cup, it was way off of the YouTube.
Yeah. I watched the one guy, one bottle. That was interesting. Have you seen that?
No, I have not.
One guy in a bottle. Okay, so I'm one of those Reddit underground. I've been a 4chan, 8chan guy like ever since I've been at internet, whatever. And so I always find these bullshit trends. And I mean, I was there when the first meme was created. You know what I mean? And
Right.
so this one thing, they're like, you have to watch this, and it's called One Guy in a Bottle. And so you click it. I'll tell you guys what it is. Don't watch it because I'll just tell you. It opens and it's just this big green glass bottle, and you're like, okay. And then all of a sudden you see these two legs walk in, and you're like, okay. And then you see him squat down. All of a sudden the bottle goes all the way up this dude's ass, and you're like, what the fuck am I watching? And then he breaks it in his ass.
Oh my God.
On purpose, and then picks the glass shards out of his own asshole.
What? Ow!
It's
Ow! What?
yeah,
the
but
fuck?
I'm talking. It was medically not okay. I don't know what happened to him, but there was lots of blood. There was lots of terrible. I mean, I couldn't. I'm like, well, I have to finish it and see what happens. But then he just walks off with the pool of blood, and then it ends. Yeah, I'm just letting you guys know.
Shit right for a while.
Dude, really? But yeah, it was that was the name. It was One Guy in a Bottle. Kevin's over there. He's like, I'm gonna go look that shit up now.
I'm not even looking at it. But I'm like,
Yeah, dude, it's one of those things like. It's one of those things you send to your friend that's not really your friend. You just send it to him because you're like, fuck you. Like, we're all right, but fuck you, So it's one of those. But you can't find stuff like that anymore. The internet is so sensitive that you can't find that shit.
The roast beef commercial, right?
The which one?
Roast beef.
I have not.
Well, that was one that I got sent from one of my friends, and he is one of my friends.
The roast beef commercial. I have not. I'll have to.
The Arby's commercial, but then it goes on and on and on, and then it's what T-Roy and I wouldn't want to see. Beef curtains.
Okay, I figured with roast beef it had something to do with with the badge. All right. But what's going on with the badge?
And so I'm watching it. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe you showed me this.
Okay, I gotta watch it now.
Yes.
It's probably something gross, dude.
Tracy Branham says Tampax stopped that right up.
Oh wow. Well, for the one guy in a bottle, I mean, I guess. Fuck though. Just don't watch it. It is. I mean, look, that's not even a sexual thing. Why would you break glass in any orifice of your body? Like, what the fuck? Oh, let me get this. I'm gonna get a glass string and stick it up my pee hole and break it. Why the fuck would you do that?
Yeah, right.
Well, hell, just the
Like,
people
really?
that will take a wine glass or whatever and be like, ah. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah. Just break that shit.
Let alone
down.
where that guy put it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude. I don't know how we got on this topic, but
I don't know either.
this is the first time I've started to feel uncomfortable. It's just, and I'm the one that started it. Just like, seriously, man, maybe I should. No, I was gonna say maybe I should tell some jokes, but not doing that. So, no, segue to something. Bring me somewhere else. Take me somewhere.
You've been to 46 countries.
That is correct. 46, all through the ship. Of course, I'm not a rich guy that travels. That's for sure. I only did that working on the ship. So, and I have to say,
Port of call.
what now?
What was your favorite port of call?
That's what I was just thinking, and I don't. That's hard, man. I mean, the best country ever is the United States, and I can finally say that not because I'm from here. It truly, it used to be. I don't know where we're going now, but it used to be the best country in the world. Canada's pretty awesome, I guess. Like Norway, and that's pretty great because I mean that's a totally different place, and it's just calm, and you got northern lights, and
I just finished a documentary on that one.
Man. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I would say probably Norway, Sweden, all the places that are the Scandinavian areas, Greenland, and anywhere up there. But I like the cold. I love snowy or rainy weather. So I really enjoyed that. New Zealand was really cool though. I went. The people were really nice. I went to Auckland, and it was just a really, really cool place. And I took some these legal hallucinogens while I was there. It was some root that they had for something, and I took a bunch of those and just explored the island, smoked weed all day. It was kind of a cool experience, you know. Yeah, I was just hanging out with Kiwis. I'm like, all right, like I'm Kiwi now too. Look, this weed makes me talk just like you. No, like for real though. I was so high. I'm like, fuck it, you know. I'm an actor. Let's do this. And I had a fun time. But you know, no place is better than the Midwest though. Man, I love this place. Yeah. I hate the summertime here. Other than the fucking 100-degree, 99% humidity summer, I love this place. You know.
Yeah, today the humidity was already, you know, through the roof before it started raining.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I wish it'd just hurry up and start raining, and then
it poured
to make it more humid. I was like, yeah, if it's hot after it rains, but it's supposed to be like 50 degrees, so just rain and get it over with.
Yeah, it feels great right now. It's like cold outside. Yeah, the rain. That's the one thing. Once it hits the summer, that rain does make it hotter. Like it turns into that nasty sauna overnight.
Oh my god, sticky ass.
Yes. And when we went to Colorado, I used to hear people like, "Well, yeah, it's hot, but it's a dry heat. It's not like humidity." Blah blah. And I'm like, bullshit. Whatever. Heat is heat. So we go to Colorado, and I'm like, all right, this isn't so bad. We're like hiking through the mountains and everything, right? And then as soon as we hit like Kansas, it's like boom, humidity, and you're like instant sweat. And,
it's the ridge. That's the upper ridge, man.
I what they mean about dry heat.
Yeah. No, it's I'm heading towards Oklahoma or Kansas very soon. I'm going on a storm chase. Just my dog and me, where we're gonna go. I'm gonna sleep in you guys saw the Suburban, right? So I'm gonna sleep in the back of that thing so I can be out all night and time lapse. But I've never filmed a tornado up close. So I'm gonna try to chase a tornado.
That would be badass, man.
Yeah. So one of my hobbies is actually studying the weather. I've studied meteorology for almost 20 years, and it's gonna be a wild season. That's all I know. It's gonna be wild. I only have time to go for like 2 days. You know, got wife and kids and stuff. I don't want to leave them, but I wouldn't want to bring. They've gone storm chasing. Christy loves to storm chase too. But for what I'm going to do, it's too dangerous to bring everybody. You know, it's too dangerous. I shouldn't be doing it because I've never been that close to a tornado. But I'm just going to try to follow some of the other storm chasers. I got my radio, I just got a 6K camera, and I want to get a tornado in 6K, you know?
Well, depending on what part of Oklahoma you can get to, just let me know. I have some storm chaser family.
Oh, do you? I'm going towards Manford, and probably Norman, Oklahoma.
Yeah, that's too far south for me.
Too far. So maybe I should go north. I mean, if they chase up there, north might be better. You can't predict the weather. You can, but not really. You know, it just changes so quick.
But just know it's not like Twister, because let me tell you, I've been in a couple tornadoes, and we used to live in trailers and stuff when I was growing up, and we'd have to like literally drive through this weather to get to a safe spot on the other side of town to get my aunt's house or to get to our coach's house who has a basement, and we're like, it's not fun.
Yeah.
And one time when I was really young, I remember we were walking to Tulsa, and it was tornado weather, and a tornado had touched down actually, and we were still walking on the freaking bridge, and my mom Kay, she had to like hold us as tight as possible because the wind was blowing so hard that in my mind's eye, I was like up off the ground. I was not. I was like 4 years old. So I know the truth is probably like worse or better than what I think it is. But I do remember her like holding us and us having to get up in under the little underpass because we were walking around on the bridge. So
man, no, it's I've been in a few tornadoes. Just I never really got to see them. I was in that big tornado, the EF5 that was in Nashville. I was a kid, and I remember when that happened. That was terrifying. I could hear that thing. Luckily, we didn't get damaged or anything. But dude, that thing was so loud. It just ripped through everything and just. That killed a lot of people, but I've been in a few here, of course. You know, we have a couple of EF zeros touchdown in Branson every now and then, but I think it'll be fun. I'll show you the footage when I get back if I make it back. But no, if I don't ride the Twister.
Make it back.
No, I'll be careful though. I'll keep my distance. If it's rain wrapped, I'm not chasing it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So,
Right, exactly.
So we'll see. And my dog, I mean, she loves storms. That's one good thing about her. It's because since she was a puppy, I trained her that thunder was good. And hey, yeah, I would always get really excited with her when it would thunder. Oh, good girl. Hey, that's really good. And so now when it thunders, she perks up and starts wagging her tail because she knows. She's like, it's a storm. So it's really cool. I know I'm talking about you again.
Oh my gosh. I wish we would have done that with our boys because they're like under the covers. And
and that's normal with a dog.
If it thunders just a little tiny bit, he's up in the counters or underneath or something. Like
he's like, the hell with this. I'm covering already. And it can just be not even raining. It's just thunder. And he's like, I'm going by.
Whoop, gotta go.
Yeah. And usually it's up under this one. Well, actually, it's this chair right here that he's where he's in.
It was.
And it was in the living room forever. And then he would be up under that. And all we would see is his tail hanging out.
Hey, where you at?
Wait, is he a white cat by any chance or gray?
No.
Oh, no.
We'll show you. He's in here, actually.
I saw something earlier before we started. Like, step by.
Chowiener.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. He's a big cat. It's pretty.
Yeah, he's part Maine Coon. Tracy was talking about Willow earlier. Her little Willow, that is actually Shade's brother, and she's just as big, but she looks like an American Shorthair, but she's huge.
Pretty. No, that's a pretty cat. I'm not a huge cat person, but that's a beautiful cat. So don't hate me because I said that. It's just.
Oh, I'm not either. The reason that we actually have Shade is because we were living with his mom at the time, and I wanted a dog. And she was like, no, you're not going to have a dog in my house. And because she just got rid of all her dogs and whatnot. Well, so then we talked her into letting us have a cat. And literally a year after we got together, like Shade was born on April 6th. Our together anniversary is April 6th.
Okay.
So literally a year after we got together, we were up in Eureka Springs with Tracy and my cousin and a friend, and then we decided, all right, well, since Mom said we're gonna have a cat, then we're gonna find a cat. And then Troy texted sister, and it's like sister from another mister kind of sister. Anyway, and she's like, hey, you have a cat, do you know of any kittens? And she's like, oh, as a matter of fact, my cat just had some kittens.
Yep.
Well, Tracy's cat is the only female of that litter, and when we went to go pick out ours, Troy picked up one, and I was like, no. Picked up another one, and I was like, no. And then he picked up Shade, and his head, the way he was sitting, he was huge. Didn't even have their eyes open or anything.
That's all you're seeing.
And all you could see, head. He was sitting like a sphinx. And I'm talking about you. Now he's looking at me like, don't talk about my head.
My head, man.
But he was sitting, and he reminded me of a sphinx, and I was like, that one right there. And he's freaking huge. And Willow was the only female, and she's freaking huge. And she was a bitch. No,
that is a big cat, though. Like, dude.
She's changed.
Love Willow to death, but she was a bitch. T-Roy said
she was cranky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but it is coming close to the end of this show.
Already? What time is it? I'm looking. I don't even have a clock open.
I gotta have you back on sometime because I ain't even close to being done.
Oh man,
totally.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, anytime you guys want me on here, you give me a call. And also, when I get some more stuff started, I got to get you on some of this stuff and get you on Gumo TV.
Hell yeah.
So hey, if anyone wants to follow Gumo TV, Gumo TV, you can find me on Facebook or follow me on here and send me a friend request. I'll accept you, unless you're an asshole. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for having me on this. This was wonderful.
We'll put you backstage, so just hang on just a second.
And let's talk about the other stuff you got going on. You said TV, and then so what else do you got going on? Let's plug whatever we can get plugged in this last minute for you, and then let's everyone figure out how to find you.
Well, just Gumo TV. It's a bunch of local content. I'm looking for good content, pro content. Bringing people together. So it's a new channel I'm working on. It's going to be through YouTube, Twitch, everything, basic streaming. And it's a network. So I'm working on building a network where other people's content can play on there. So definitely follow that. I'm not doing Instagram or Twitter right now. Since everything got banned, I'm rebuilding everything. So I've really been under the radar. But follow me at this profile, or you can go to @real Damian Costello and find me that way. You can go through praytheystanddown.com and find me, or you can do the imdb.me/Damian Costello, and that should bring you, that shows you my bio and my websites and everything. But you can find me around Branson. Just, find me through my pages. I'm with The Ground Up Productions. So find The Ground Up, which is our coffee house, and The Ground Up Productions. Come by our coffee shop, get some ice cream. We'll be open in about 2 weeks, and we love to serve you. We have an ice cream called Tiger King, just so you know.
Oh, awesome.
Yes. So this is the first time I've made a mention about it, but we have it. It's a locally made ice cream. It's called Tiger King, and we're the only shop in this vicinity that has it. So it's like an exclusive thing we got going on. So I'm really excited. I love me some Joe Exotic.
Just so I can come try it.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely. So come and check it out. I haven't even tried it yet. So that's how, like, I'm just trying to keep it under wraps. I want to wait till the day and then try it and do my review. But we're really excited, and we've got a few other flavors that we're gonna keep hush, but they're very unique. And then we have all the normal stuff too. So. Well, that's what we got going on.
You're gonna open up that?
Hopefully 2 more weeks. Should be by the end of March. We'll have it open. So shouldn't be any later than that. We're just waiting on the final inspections and got to get the rest of the boxes open.
Right.
The typical stuff. But Branson, the city of Branson, has been very courteous and very wonderful throughout the process. So I give them props for that.
And as soon as that opens up, guys, we'll try it. We'll share on Everything Yet Nothin.
Yeah.
Let everyone know how it is. We're definitely going to try the Tiger King.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
You heard it here first on Everything Yet Nothin.
Yeah, that is true. You did, because it's the first time that I made mention of that on anything. So sweet. I hope, Christy, don't get mad at me that I let a cat out of the bag. See what I did there?
We'll talk with you just in a sec, bud.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us, and thank you, Damian. And catch us next Thursday. We're going to have a craft and vendor show. We're going to have Tara here, and also you can catch our reruns, not reruns. We won't call them that, but we'll call them rebroadcasts. You can catch all our rebroadcasts on WLFE-DB.com. Our TV channel is LGBTQ Friends. And you can always catch us on Everything. Everything Nothin on Facebook.
Yes.
So that's WLFE-DB.com. Everything Nothin on Facebook, and then the TV channel is LGBTQ Friends. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful week. And
peace and love to everybody. Be a rainbow. If you're not a rainbow, baby, make yourself a rainbow and make somebody else a rainbow as well.
Be a rainbow in someone's life.
They have rainbow.
Well, it's
Thank you for joining T-Roy and a special guest here on Everything Yet Nothin. Tune in next Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central for another episode you won't want to miss. Until next time, be a rainbow in someone's life. Like and follow us on Facebook at WLFE DB Radio.